What is going on, Trash Talkers? We are back with another episode for you. In today's video, we're going to tell you why the New Orleans Saints are a dark horse to win Super Bowl 57. All that and much more coming your way right now! All right, before we get into today's video, be sure to hit that subscribe button and like the video as it will help us out tremendously. So sit back, relax, and enjoy today's video. All right, Nick, as the NFL season fastly approaches, I want to talk to you a little bit about the New Orleans Saints. We've talked about the Lions and the Eagles as definitely teams to watch out for, but the New Orleans Saints are one of those teams that could really make things interesting when it comes to the Super Bowl, the playoffs, everything. The NFC is so wide open. I think the New Orleans Saints are not only in the mix, but they could end up leading that mix. It's not crazy to think that they could possibly outplay the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for that number one spot in the division. So I want to go over this team with you and kind of get your thoughts. But starting off with the offense, we know what we're getting with Jameis Winston. He looked incredible last year prior to that injury, unfortunately suffering a torn ACL, coming back strong. He looks like he's back in form and ready to go. This offense is bringing back Michael Thomas. They have Alvin Kamara in the backfield. Taysom Hill is just that crazy utility guy that you always have to be out on the lookout for. They drafted Chris Olave, got Jarvis Landry in free agency. This offensive line, adding Trevor Penning to replace Tyrann Armstead, they are not going to miss a beat. Nick, this is one of the most complete offenses in the NFL. Can they be stopped?
It is complete. They don't have a hole on paper, but when you put all these guys on the field together, there's a lot of players that are either new or coming back. Jameis Winston and Michael Thomas coming back from injury. Chris Olave, a rookie, and you got Jarvis Landry, a brand new wide receiving weapon. There is a lot that needs to work together that has never been put together, and that's going to be something to watch out for. To me, this screams that they're going to have issues early on in the season, and they're going to have to overcome those issues quite early if they are going to get past teams like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers or the Los Angeles Rams. So I wonder if Jameis Winston can truly get back to his form from last year and be what he was for them in that short stint, because that's what they need out of this quarterback position for the team as a whole to succeed. Because right now, we know this defense is stellar. They've been stellar for many, many years. It's really up to the quarterback position and what he can do with all of these weapons that he's never played with.
No, I agree 100%. I want to touch on the defense because you brought them up. This defense is no joke. They were one of the best defenses in football last year, and they got stronger. They added Mathieu. They added Marcus Maye. They really brought back some key talented players in Demario Davis, Marcus Davenport, Cameron Jordan is back. David Onyemata is just an absolute game wrecker in the middle of this defensive line. Nick, taking a look at the players that they have on defense, is it safe to assume that we should expect the same level of production that we saw from the Saints last year and in previous years as well?
No, I don't think so. It's going to be even better. To me, when you look at this secondary, they have just gotten so much better with Marcus Maye and Tyrann Mathieu. That's a lot of leadership that you're adding in that secondary that's going to help command this defense. They are going to help control everything that goes on because they are the eyes and ears behind everybody, and they know exactly what's happening. They know how to communicate that message. They've been in some of the biggest games, and they have that veteran leadership that's going to go a long way. Up front, they've been stout. They're always going to be stout. I have no worries with Cameron Jordan and Daniel Onyemata and what they can do there. To me, it's really going to be a little bit of a question mark with these linebackers because we have Pete Werner returning. We didn't really see too much from him last year. He got quite a few tackles, but I need to see a little bit more from him coming off that edge, playing more as an edge rusher. I know he plays a lot in coverage, but I need him to get some sacks off that edge. Having Demario Davis in that middle is great. He is another great leader that is going to command this defense. And then on the other side, it's a huge question mark at that outside linebacker position. So that is where I'm focusing my attention and where the big question mark lies right now. I want to see what these outside linebackers have to offer and what they can really do to improve this defense, because if I'm a quarterback, if I'm an offense, that's where I'm looking first.
Yeah, I think one of the most underrated signings, you talked about Marcus Maye and Tyrann Mathieu. I got to talk about Bradley Roby, because Bradley Roby showed that he still has what it takes to be able to play football in this league. And he's the cornerback 3 on this roster. So he's going to be able to get out there and face off against wide receivers 2 and 3. And he's going to be able to shut them down with relative ease. You have Marshawn Lattimore as your CB1. He is a lockdown guy. You know what you're getting. Paulson Adebo is up for the task. He's going to be opposite side of Marshawn Lattimore. Bradley Roby really coming in as the nickel guy, really working on the inside of this defense, is going to just provide Dennis Allen with so much versatility. I believe that the New Orleans Saints can match any offense that they go up against, even if it is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with their quad wide receiver sets. I really think that the New Orleans Saints have what it takes to be one of the best teams in the NFL. But because I brought him up, Nick, I want to ask you about Dennis Allen. Obviously, he's no Sean Payton. The offense might take a step back just in play calling alone. It's the same offense, it's the same structure, it's the same playbook. It's just the amount in which the head coach will be involved in calling plays and making sure that the offense is staying on track, because with the Saints and Drew Brees and Sean Payton, that was never an issue. Now without Sean Payton, it kind of becomes a question mark. So I want your thoughts. Do you think Dennis Allen has what it takes to lead this team to where we think they should be?
Yeah, I think there's a lot working in Dennis Allen's favor, and I think the biggest thing for him, he's got a lot of veteran leaders that are going to help him out, because one of the worst things for a rookie head coach is having young talent. We look at the New York Jets and what Robert Saleh got last year in the New York Jets. There was a lot of young guys, and it's just hard for him to learn to do his job when he's trying to teach the young guys how to do their job. Now with Dennis Allen, he gets to learn his job while the veterans just do their job. They know what to do. They're going to execute. He doesn't have to worry about that. It's up to him to figure out the offense, put a game plan together, and then let everybody do what they need to, because this is a very self-sufficient team, and I have no worries about what the players will do. The coaches are not going to have too much of a negative impact. I think, if anything, they're going to have a positive impact. I believe in this team wholeheartedly and what they stand for. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers may be the team standing in their way, but as long as Tom Brady's been the quarterback of the Bucs, the Saints have had his number, going 4-0.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% on that one. And Nick, I just want your final thoughts on this. The New Orleans Saints have what it takes to go the distance, in my estimation. What do you think their ceiling is? Where do you think that they could realistically end up at the end of this season?
Realistically, I see them in the NFC Championship game. I believe that they can get that far. They have all of the talent necessary. It really does come down to Jameis Winston, and is he going to have a blunder game, or is he going to put it together? Are we going to see 30 interceptions from him, or are we just going to see 30 touchdowns? Because that's going to be the big difference maker on how this team finishes the season and then goes into the playoff and executes. Really, Jameis Winston, it's up to him to figure everything out.
No, I agree wholeheartedly. I think that the Saints really have what it takes to get there. But I want to hear from you guys. Let us know in the comments down below what you think of the New Orleans Saints. Let us know what you think that their ceiling is this season, and whether you believe in them to win the Super Bowl or not. All right, Nick, well, that's going to be all for now. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell. That'll be all. Peace and love.